Hi, this is Gypsy Spirit here with you, and we are ready for tarot reading class number 8, where we are looking at the meaning of the number 3 and the number 4 to what they mean to each suit. So we're going to start out with the 3 of Swords. Now remember, the 3 is about unity, coming together, things coming together. And I always think of, when I see the 3, I always think of Father, Son, Holy Spirit. That's just how my mind works. So, it's like the triangle where it's all come together, mind, body, spirit. So, and also remember the 2 is about balance, finding balance. So once you find the balance, the next card is 3. And that's where there's growth now. You find balance, now there's time for growth. So let's go ahead and get started. The 3 of Swords. I hate this card. I hate this card. It's the worst card in the entire deck when it's turned upright. See the swords, see the cake. There is no unity here. Remember, swords is conflict. So what may appear to be unity and things coming together, it's not. It is indicating that there's heartbreak. It could be a breakup. It could be a death. It could be an illness. Whatever it is, whatever was growing, whatever was doing well after you found balance and things were doing good, all of a sudden something happened to cause a conflict, to cause a disturbance. And so that's what the 3 of Swords is all about. That the unity has been disrupted in some way due to some kind of conflict. So the 3 of, let me see what I wrote down for that. Your heartbreak, harden yourself, and prepare to deal with the conflict with tools you have been given. So yeah, that's what that card is. And again, when that card shows up in a reading, I just want to cringe. 3 of Wands. So again, you found balance. You're waiting for, there's a unity. Things are growing because you were able to find the balance that you needed. Now remember, Wands is about work and planning things and creativity and making things happen. So things are moving right along as planned, and there's unity and room for growth. So you see here, he has got his wands, his staffs, and there's water there. He's watching the time because he's done all the things that he's done, everything that you've been doing. It's been growing, it's working, and now you're just waiting to reap the rewards. Things have been good. So to me, the 3 of Wands, it's like there's been some wonderful creativity, some growth, and now you're just waiting for it to all come in. 3 of Cups. There's always celebration with 3 of Cups. It's celebrating friendships and relationships, unity. And yes, they're just been healing. Again, Cups is about healing, spiritual relationships, emotions, that sort of thing. So everything is good. Everything has come together. There's been a lot of growth, whether it be with a partner or your own emotional healing. There's been some growth and some healing. So definitely time for celebration, and it's all good and happy. And again, you found the balance that you needed. We looked at 2 of Cups, where in the last video, where you were seeing the 2 people. One was fully dressed and the other is not so much, and the other also has, the one that's fully dressed has his hand behind his back, and he's kind of, you're being warned or being told to be mindful about this new relationship or friendship, whatever. Give it some time. Don't just jump into it very fast. Well, then when we get to the 3, then yes, things are going really good and you feel more comfortable. There's been growth, and so there's time for some celebration. The 3 of Pentacles. Again, Pentacles is all about money and making money, and it's all the skills you have worked on to get this far are paying off, and you keep moving forward. So you see, like the tree, it's growing. They're adding more to the tree. She's got instructions from the king and the page there, and so things are coming together financially. Remember in the last the 2 of Pentacles, you're trying to find balance. Remember, it's like trying to like maybe finding balance in the monies that you may need to make your business successful, and how you're going to balance all that with everything else. Well, when you get to the 3 of Pentacles, yes, you found that balance, and you're in the 2 of Pentacles, you're waiting for your ship to come in. Well, you know what? The ship came in and things are growing, and now you can see more and reap more and keep working on this project or whatever it is you're working on, because everything is coming together. So that's the 3s. It's a unity coming together. And again, I must remind you to read your cards. Read them. So we're going to go on to 4, what the number 4 means. And I have 4 of Swords. We have 4 of Wands, 4 of Cups, and 4 of Pentacles. So the 4, it's, when you see the 4 of Swords, well, the 4 is like a resting period. I'll go back and read what I had written down for what 4 means. 4 is stability and structure is what I wrote down. So in this, when we're talking about swords, we're talking about conflict. So conflict, you're trying to find stability and structure, and yet you're dealing with this conflict. So when I see this card, as you can see, you're always going to see swords, but he's resting against a tree. So a lot of times the 4 may mean that you there's been some growth, you've done well so far, but maybe it's time to sit back and take a little rest and not think so much about it. So when I see the 4 of Swords, it's like there's been some sort of conflict, and you've been trying to the pros and cons, and remember the 3, there had been some growth and some balance, and then all of a sudden there was a monkey wrench thrown at you and just really disturbed everything. So when you get to the 4, it's like, okay, time out. It's time to just take a break. Sometimes you may have to take a vacation or just get away, just so you can get the conflict off your mind. And ever notice that when we get a little R&R, we are refreshed, our minds are renewed, and we're able to think more clear. So that is what I see in the 4 of Swords, is just put the conflict down. As you can see, like he put his sword down on the ground. He put the conflict down so that he could rest and get some rest, and so that his mind will be more clear and he can think things through a little bit better. 4 of Wands is you have come to the end of a small milestone. It's time to take a small break and enjoy. Take pride in what you have accomplished so far. So 4, again, it's all about structure and stability, and you can see her, the house that's made of cards in the background. There's some structure and stability there, but she is now taking a little break, taking a relaxer. It's okay, because also remember, a lot of times when I see the 4, I see boredom. If we keep working on something and it becomes so mundane and the routine is over and over, we don't give ourselves time to act on our creativity. We're just like doing the same thing over and over. And I can imagine, like if you're looking at this card, this particular card, and you look at the house in the background, how long it took her to put those cards all in a row. I mean, yeah, it was very boring and mundane. And sometimes you just have to, like get away from it and give yourself a little break. And that is exactly what she did. She walked away after she got it all put together because there's another project she's working on. Maybe she's gonna add another house or whatever, who knows, but she's just taking a break. She knows she has a long ways to go, and she's just proud of her accomplishment. And I do that a lot of times too. If I'm writing or something that I'm doing, I will give myself time enough to finish a part of the project. And then once I finish that part of the project, there's still more to go. I always know there is still more to go. But once I say, okay, I'm going to do A and B, and then when I get done with B, I'm going to take a little break, maybe take a nap or something, or go shopping or do something to just get away from it. And that's exactly what the 4 of Wands is all about. 4 of Cups, again, there's a lot of water in this particular card. Its relationship may seem mundane, and you are bored. Perhaps it is time to look for new opportunities. But also, when I see this card, relationships are very, very hard to work on. Emotions are hard to work on. And you can see there's sadness. You can see also there's, the water's a little choppy. But if you look in the background, you look at the dolphin there, right here, and there's a cup. So dolphins are like angels of the water, they say. Dolphins have lots of messages. And you may have come a long way in the healing process of whatever it was you needed to heal from. If it's a relationship that you're in or whatever, things may be a little stagnant. So it's okay to take a little break. It doesn't mean that you're going to break up, and it doesn't mean that, all the self-work or whatever work you're doing on yourself, trying to heal, it's okay just to take a break. Don't have regrets or anything. Just move forward. But give yourself some time. And that's what we see. Maybe time to look for new opportunities. Doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to break up with the person that you're with, or that you're not going to get the healing that you're doing. But maybe it's time for a new opportunity to find a new way of healing, or bring the relationship and onto a new level. So like if you were trying to do like spiritual healing, or trying to heal the emotions, maybe you're going to see a therapist, or maybe you're doing yoga, or whatever it is, it's helping you heal, and you're just getting tired with it. It's doing what it's supposed to be doing, but you're like at a plateau. And it's like, okay, now let me rest a bit. Let me think on it. Think of what else is out there that I can do to continue healing. 4 of Pentacles. Your work may be impressive. It might be controlling you, though. Keep a clear head and be mindful not to make mistakes you may regret. So again, this is all about taking a break, taking a rest. The one thing that comes to my mind is And again, it's like in this particular card, just taking like a little coffee break, you know, for those that are really wrapped up in their work. Um, and yes, if you continue to say you're working and your business is successful, and you keep working and working and working, and you're not looking at anything else other than just work, 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 well, that is like a recipe for a mistake. Okay. Because when your mind is so clogged and you've got like tunnel vision strictly on work, where you're going, um, then you don't seem to be able to see other things more clearly. It's like that's all you see, that's all you think about. So when you see the Four of Pentacles, that's telling you that if you've made some mistakes in your business, you can't dwell on it. That's another thing. People will make a mistake in a business and they'll realize it later and they'll have regrets, and it'll just, that's all they'll think about. It's almost like they're fixated on a particular thing in their business. And so when you see the Four of Pentacles, it's saying time out, take a break, have a coffee break, you know. Sometimes you may need a lot more than a coffee break, but indulge yourself into some other activities, other things that will remove your mind away from that tunnel vision of work and making money. Because when you stay in that tunnel vision, that's when you start to make mistakes. I watched the movie, it was a really good movie, Halston, a couple of nights ago, and it's on Netflix. And of course, you know, the big famous designer Halston, he really struggled to get his name on the map. And once he got his name on the map, yeah, he took a little time. You know, he relaxed a little bit, but then he may have relaxed a little too much. But he continued to work, and he made a lot of money, and he was spending, you know, buying things, and he was doing well, and he kept being offered, you know, there's somebody that was trying to wanted to be his financer or his financial partner, and he kept putting it off, and then he got himself into a situation where he could see the benefit of allowing this person to help him financially, and he realized it would really put him on the map. But he became so driven and had that tunnel vision, and of course drugs came into play as well. He did a lot of cocaine, but because he was so driven and he wouldn't remove himself from work from time to time, he began to make a lot of mistakes. And again, the drugs had a lot to do with it. But that's what happens. A lot of people that work, that's all they do. They start doing drugs to keep themselves, you know, awake, and think they're keeping themselves alert so that they can keep working. And then they start making all these mistakes. So that's what the Four of Pentacles is about. You know, if you're making mistakes or having regrets, maybe, it might be time for you to take a little break, a coffee break, a long coffee break. So I hope this helps you. I am going to be going over what 5 and 6 means in our next video. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.